No, wait, stop. Hey, Blue Table fans! No, it's a real thing now. First off, Battle Foam. I don't know if you know this, but we do carry Battle Foam and have a decent selection on hand. That's a shipping option for your completed project. So there's that. I want to show you this great Space Wolf thing that we did. Observe. A display. And it has magnets on there. And this is how this works. Now normally this doesn't work, but we put extra strong magnets on so the models will actually come off of the base and go onto this thing. And I think what they did is they made the polarity so that certain guys would fit certain places. Like you can't put that guy on the wrong spot. Check this out. And these are hard to find. Alright, so this is a figure. I'm not sure if it's in production anymore. It's kind of a wolfy looking guy. So observe this. He comes off of the base and then he goes on here. You do have to come in at an angle though so you don't overdo it. And that is the trick to strong magnets, putting them on and off. Anyway, and the rest of the guys go on to the various locations. There it is. See? He wouldn't go on to the wrong thing. So anyway, isn't that neat? And then there's a couple other figures, but I think you get the idea. Now, you couldn't turn this upside down. It's not so strong that it'll do that, because this figure is really quite heavy. The other ones, would it do it? Yeah, I think it will for the plastic ones. But again, no real reason to mess with that. Did want to show you this. This is like part 8 of this Tyranids, the Cinnamonids. And I do want to tout this as a great color scheme for Tyranids. This is probably one of my top 4 color schemes. Here's those. I believe I showed these before. These are the Tyranid primes converted really quite nicely. Very athletic poses here. And this is with a Ravener torso, so it gives them that extra bulkiness. And actually makes the Hive Tyrant weaponry not seem disproportionate, and obviously a whole flock of gargoyles. This client has really built up this army quite huge. That's one of the great advantages of Blue Table, is we keep same artists on for years, and we also keep good records of projects, and we also keep a standardized materials list so that we can have reasonable matching as the years go on and you expand on your force. We've even recently had somebody expand on an army where the last time he had it done was like 3 years ago. And then 3 years later he had the part he's doing now. Do want to plug War Machine and Hordes. Great games. I love Hordes, personally. As you know, my only beef with the game is a fairly minor one, which is named characters. And so check this out. But we did this kind of a mesa glowy purple thing, and I think that is a really neat. It's like it's desert Ouroboros, and I think that is a really super take on the Ouroboros theme. And you know, the slate I think has been done very I don't know, kind of a purpley reddish Mars Moab type of thing going on there. So all very deserty all around. Super stoked about that project. That's really nice. Alright, here's the next shot. As you guys may remember, we have a dark red Eldar army on the block. I'll provide a link for that. Great force, great price. I haven't added up the points. I think it's pushing 2,500 at least. Maybe 3,000. Not totally sure on that though. Anyway, these go with it, and they match the color scheme. This is our answer to a Void Raven. Another Void Raven. So these are available separately. And that's what I would recommend, because it already has a Ravager as a heavy support choice. So the 2 Void Ravens would really round it out and be very nice. And in case you want to spice it up a little bit, we do have our answer to a Nightwing available for that army, or just separately if this happens to match what you have going on for your Dark Eldar. Also, have this Stompa ready to be painted. There's that, and this Mecha Dread, as well as some other Forge World stuff. So let's take a look at that. About 10 inches off. Don't worry, the macro camera's coming. Just be patient. I got a lot on my plate right now. And this model is just freakishly amazing. Just super, super neat. Forge World does not fail to deliver. Oh, also, I have this. It's not on the block yet, but it will be soon. People can inquire separately about it. This is a Demon Prince. This is my favorite Demon Prince model. See how tall that is? It's a good 4.5 inches, I think. And you can put wings on him. I do believe we have Balrog wings on hand, so it can be a winged Demon Prince. Just an absolutely fabulous piece for Fantasy or 40K. We could obviously change the basing style on that one. Hey, so, yeah, we're back. Dark Age, and we set this up. We were going to do it this weekend, but we barely had time for Warhammer Fantasy. So there's Dark Age creators. We got the short end again. But I do have the models. We are ready to go. We really do want to show you the game. We are looking at Infinity as well, because I want to get kind of a fourth game going on. And I would like at this time, if you don't mind, to just muse a little bit about the industry. Miniatures battles is growing. It's a growing segment. And what I think is going to happen is Games Workshop will continue to grow. But I think in that growth area, you're going to see some other companies come in and really plant their flags. And in 5 to 10 years, there's really going to be a lot more established games out there. And what you want to look for in a game is this. How long has it been around? That makes it hard to break in, but it's a legitimate question. You have to look at who's backing the game. You have to look at what sorts of models are they introducing. What have they done to improve the line? Are they doing it in a logical fashion? A lot of miniatures games you see are afterthoughts to somebody's own creation. That typically they will they'll make some miniatures and it'll be like, oh, well, let's make a game for this. But the fact is, the human mind only has so much room. I barely contain the 40K and Fantasy up here. Barely. And not very well, as people know. So how can I possibly learn these other things? I have 4th edition D&D in there, which is, by the way, a miniatures battles game now. And what's the other thing? So I'm trying to introduce other things. I have War Machine and Hordes up there. And it's really hard to keep a grip, and I think what's going to happen is because of the human limitation on memorizing rules sets, and for it to be fun because you actually know them well enough that you're comfortable with it, that you're going to see limitations on the number of miniatures companies that can actually compete and grow to a point where their lines are substantive. War Machine Hordes is maybe 5% of what GW is putting out. But I predict that they'll continue to grow. And their product is so good. So good. But I've been thinking recently, what makes a great miniatures battles game? And I'm actually going to do a separate video for that. And I think I'll do it right now.